Here we are to talk about the respiratory system, exchanging gases. The respiratory system basically is a system that we have been familiar with because we talked about circulatory system, which talked about the involvement of blood going to the lungs and then exchanging gases. So that's what we're talking about. Okay. Here we're going to say that the primary function of the respiratory system deals with the exchange of gases, as we already discussed, oxygen and carbon dioxide. It happens in the lungs, in the capillaries there, where the poor oxygenated blood goes and gets into the lungs, in the alveoli, and then basically there's an exchange of gases where we take in the oxygen that we are breathing, and then we are releasing the carbon dioxide. It is also important to understand that this is also the primary source of our vocal sounds. So we need air, we need oxygen, we need things that pass through our vocal cords and everything to create sound. It is part also of the sense of smell, because we can capture some of the smells through our respiratory system, and it basically regulates the blood pH, and this is basically what we're talking about when we're talking about gas exchange. Okay, continuing on this. The respiration is a process of gas exchange, as we already mentioned. Okay, here we're going to divide this into two types: external respiration, where air enters the lungs, gas is exchanged with the blood cells, air to blood; and internal respiration, blood travels to body parts and exchanges gas with those tissues, blood tissues, or basically the cells. Okay, so we're talking about the respiration that occurs when we breathe in air from the atmosphere and it enters our lungs, and then in our lungs we have the exchange of gases, and then as this oxygen is taken to our uh, body parts, specifically to every single cell of our body, that is where we actually make the internal gas exchange. Okay. um, and the question would be, why do these molecules require oxygen? They require oxygen for what we normally call cellular respiration. This means that the cells use the oxygen and the sugars to create an energy in the form of ATP. As you can see here in the slide, we have the molecule of ATP, so adenosine triphosphate, and you have the adenine, and you have the sugar that makes the adenosine, and then you have the three phosphate groups that make the triphosphate. Here, basically, the main organs of the respiratory system are the lungs, which are spongy tissue that sit within the pleural cavity. Okay, and then we will discuss, how these lungs go changing from, in the sense of specializing to a more unique kind of tissue and everything. And also, we have to discuss that the lungs basically have two different sizes. The right lung will be slightly bigger than the left lung. It actually has one more lobe than the left lung. As we were mentioning, the right lung has three lobes. You can see it in the picture here. And then the left lung has two lobes. The idea of this is that you have this space where the heart usually is, which is called the cardiac notch. Okay, this is space for the heart. And there's serous, which is the fluid that lubricates the lungs during breathing. Okay, you have to realize that the lungs expand and contract as we're breathing, and this is because of the use of the muscle that we have that is called the diaphragm. Lastly, on this presentation is an idea of something that is very important. You have been making an investigation. You made a web quest about the COVID-19, and you know that the basic or the worst problem that can be caused here deals with a pneumonia. Okay, pneumonia is an infection that inflames your lungs, the air sac, the alveoli. The air sacs may fill up with fluid or pus, causing symptoms such as cough, fever, chills, and trouble breathing. Okay, and this is very important to understand because this is again what we were talking about, or what you were investigating when you're talking about the possibilities of what are the major things that can be caused by the COVID-19. Okay. Um, Finally, what I want you to do is to proceed to the biologycorner.com, then go to the section of anatomy and physiology, then select the respiratory system, select the PowerPoint presentation to answer your lecture guide, The lecture guide should be part of this assignment also. So you have to download that Word document. You have to, have it with you, and you have to be looking at the slides so that you can be answering them and everything. You can leave it all in digital form, and then you have to upload it in the web and send it to me. Hope you have a very nice day. See you later.